Scorpio, if you have recently felt that something is happening beneath the surface of your life, trust that feeling. You may not have all the evidence yet, but August 2026 carries an intense energy of transformation. Hidden truths, financial movement, emotional revelations, powerful connections, and decisions that can quietly change your future. This is not the kind of month where everything happens loudly. Some of the most important developments may begin in silence. A message you did not expect. A person revealing their true intentions. A financial opportunity appearing at the right moment. A conversation that changes the way you see someone. Or a realization that makes you understand why certain doors remained closed for so long. Scorpio, you are naturally comfortable with what exists beneath the surface. You notice details other people ignore. You can sense when someone's words do not match their energy. You often know that something is wrong before anyone says it out loud. And during August, that intuition becomes one of your greatest strengths. If Scorpio is your sun sign, you may feel this transformation especially strongly through money, career, love, intimacy, friendships, family, and personal power. If Scorpio is also your rising sign, the changes may become even more visible through your identity, relationships, professional direction, and the way you approach your future. So if this reading resonates with you, take a moment to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Stay until the end because August 2026 may bring a hidden opportunity, an unexpected revelation, and a choice that could completely change the next chapter of your story. The beginning of August may feel unusually reflective. You could find yourself thinking about something that happened months ago. Perhaps someone disappointed you. Perhaps a promise was broken. Perhaps you made a decision because you had no other choice. Or perhaps you walked away from something without ever receiving the explanation you deserved. You may have told yourself that you were over it. But August could show you that being over something and understanding it are not always the same thing. A memory may return, not to hurt you again, but to show you how much you have changed. You may look at an old situation and realize that the person who experienced it is no longer the person standing here today. You have learned. You have become more selective. You have become stronger. And perhaps most importantly, you have stopped believing every promise people make. Your career begins entering a more strategic phase. If you have been working hard behind the scenes, August can finally bring visibility. Someone may recognize your expertise. A manager could give you greater responsibility. A powerful connection may recommend you. A former colleague could return with an interesting proposal. Or you may hear about an opportunity that was not available to you before. This may not look like a dramatic breakthrough at first. It may begin quietly. A conversation. A short meeting. A message. An invitation. But Scorpio, you know better than most that appearances can be deceptive. Something small can contain something enormous. So don't judge an opportunity only by its first impression. Ask questions. Investigate. Look at the long-term potential. Find out who is involved. Understand the conditions. Your ability to see beneath the surface can protect you from making the wrong choice. If you are thinking about changing jobs, August may encourage you to make a strategic move rather than an emotional escape. Don't leave simply because you are frustrated. Leave when you know where you are going. There is a difference. The right career change should give you more than a temporary feeling of freedom. It should give you a stronger future. For Scorpio entrepreneurs and business owners, August can be particularly interesting. Partnership may become possible. A new client could appear. An old contact might return. An online project could gain momentum. Or an idea you have kept private may finally be ready to become something real. You may also realize that you have been protecting an idea because you were afraid someone might criticize it. Don't allow fear of judgment to become the prison around your potential. Some ideas need to be protected while they grow. But eventually they need sunlight. and August may be the month when you finally let one of yours see the light. Financially, this month deserves serious attention. There can be opportunities for greater income, but there may also be hidden expenses or financial details that require careful examination. Payment could arrive unexpectedly. A debt may finally become easier to manage. An investment opportunity may appear. A side income could become more promising. Or someone may approach you with a financial proposal. But do not let excitement override caution. Scorpio can be extremely decisive once intuition tells you something feels right. This month, however, intuition should be followed by verification. Read the contract. Check the numbers. Ask questions. Do not lend money simply because you feel emotionally responsible for someone. And do not invest simply because someone promises fast results. August rewards intelligent patience more than impulsive confidence. There is also a possibility that you discover a financial resource you have overlooked. Perhaps a skill, a forgotten account, a delayed payment, a business idea, property-related opportunity, or a talent that can be monetized. You may realize that financial improvement does not always come from working harder. Sometimes it comes from recognizing what you already possess. Love becomes especially intense during August. If you are already in a relationship, emotional honesty becomes unavoidable. You may want to know what your partner truly thinks. Not what they say because it sounds nice. Not what they say to avoid an argument. What they genuinely feel. You may have a conversation about commitment, trust, loyalty, intimacy, money, family, or the future. And this conversation could reveal something important. If the relationship is strong, it may deepen your connection. You may finally discuss plans that you have both been quietly thinking about. A shared future may become more concrete. You may feel closer than you have in months. But if something has been hidden, August can bring it to the surface. Scorpio, you can tolerate many things, but you struggle with dishonesty. And this month may make you unwilling to continue pretending that everything is fine when your intuition says otherwise. If someone has been emotionally distant, you may notice. If someone has been inconsistent, you may notice. If someone has been hiding something, you may notice. But don't make accusations without evidence. Your intuition can identify where to look. Your wisdom should determine what you do next. If you are single, August may bring one of the more intriguing romantic encounters of the year. Someone could enter your life through work, friends, travel, social media, education, or an unexpected everyday situation. The attraction may feel unusually strong. There may be an immediate sense that there is more to this person than what they are showing. And you may be right. This person could have a mysterious or private personality. They may not reveal everything immediately. That could make you even more curious. But don't rush to uncover everything at once. Let people reveal themselves naturally. The strongest connections are not always the ones that begin with complete certainty. Sometimes they begin with a question. Who is this person? And slowly become, why do I feel like I have known them longer than I actually have? There is also a strong possibility that someone from your past may return. A message could appear. A name may suddenly come back into your world. Someone may apologize. Or you could encounter them unexpectedly. But Scorpio, be careful with nostalgia. A person returning does not automatically mean the relationship should return. Ask yourself, has the situation changed? Or has the memory simply become softer with time? That answer will matter. Sometimes closure comes through reconciliation. Sometimes closure comes from realizing that you no longer need it. Your social circle may also undergo a quiet transformation. You may become much more selective about who you trust. People who once had easy access to your time may no longer have it. You may stop explaining yourself. Stop answering every question. Stop sharing every plan. And honestly, that may be good for you. Not everyone needs to know what you are building before it is ready. Scorpio, some dreams grow better in silence. You do not need to announce every move. You do not need to prove every intention. You do not need to tell everyone what is happening inside your life. Sometimes privacy is protection. At the same time, August may introduce you to someone new who becomes surprisingly important. This could be a friend, a mentor, a business connection, a romantic interest, or simply someone who gives you a perspective that changes your thinking. Pay attention to people who challenge you respectfully. They may help you grow in ways that constant agreement never could. Emotionally, August is about releasing control. This may be difficult. You like to know what is happening. You like to understand people's intentions. You like to anticipate problems before they occur. But life does not always provide complete information. Sometimes you have to move forward with uncertainty. And that is one of the biggest lessons August can teach you. You do not need to know everything before taking the next step. You only need to know enough to move wisely. Your emotional intensity may also become stronger during certain parts of the month. You may feel things more deeply. A small comment could stay in your mind. A memory could trigger an unexpected emotion. You may suddenly realize that you have been carrying anger that no longer serves you. Don't suppress it. But don't let it control you either. Anger is sometimes a messenger. It tells you where a boundary was crossed, where something mattered, where you felt powerless. Listen to the message. Then release the weight. You don't need to carry every old wound into your future. Your physical energy may fluctuate throughout August. You could have periods of incredible motivation followed by moments when you need to retreat. Honor that rhythm. Your body may be telling you what your mind refuses to admit. Rest is not weakness. Silence is not failure. Taking a break does not mean you are falling behind. Even a storm needs a moment when the sky becomes quiet. Give yourself that moment. Spend time alone when necessary. Walk. Exercise. Sleep properly. Disconnect from unnecessary drama. Protect your nervous system from people who constantly create chaos. Your intuition is likely to become especially powerful this month. You may have unusually vivid dreams. You may think about someone shortly before they contact you. You may notice recurring symbols or patterns. You may experience moments when you simply know that something is right or wrong. Do not dismiss these feelings. But also don't make every decision based purely on emotion. Use intuition as your first signal. Then use evidence as your confirmation. That combination can be extremely powerful for you in August. The first part of the month may be focused on clearing old emotional and financial matters. Something unfinished could finally be addressed. Payment. Conversation. A responsibility. A family issue. An old relationship. The middle of August may bring stronger developments in career and communication. A professional conversation could open a door. Someone may approach you with a proposal. A new connection may become important. And something you have been working on quietly could finally receive attention. The third week of August may bring stronger financial and romantic energy. An opportunity could become more concrete. A relationship could move into a deeper stage. Or you may make a decision that changes your emotional direction. Toward the end of the month, you may feel a strange sense of relief. The situation that once seemed confusing may no longer have the same power over you. You may finally understand why you had to wait, why a person left, why a plan failed, why an opportunity disappeared, why certain things had to happen differently. Not every closed door was rejection. Some were redirection. And August may help you understand that. There is also a hidden warning for you this month. Do not confuse secrecy with protection. Privacy is healthy, but hiding your feelings from someone who genuinely deserves honesty can create distance. You don't have to reveal everything to everyone. But there are people who deserve to know what is really happening inside your heart. If you love someone, communicate. If something hurts you, explain it. If you need something, ask. Your partner cannot read your mind. Your friends cannot always guess what you are carrying. And you don't have to be mysterious all the time. Sometimes vulnerability is more powerful than silence. There may also be a moment when you realize that you have been waiting for someone else to change. Partner, a family member, a colleague, a friend. But you cannot build your future around someone else's potential. You must build it around their actual behavior. That realization can be liberating. Because once you stop waiting for people to become who you wish they were, you can finally respond to who they actually are. And that gives you power. August may also change your standards. You may no longer accept half-truths, half effort, half love, half commitment, half respect. You may finally realize that almost enough is still not enough. This does not mean becoming impossible to please. It means becoming honest about what you need. And when your standards become clearer, your choices become clearer too. There may be an unexpected opportunity later in August that requires you to move outside your comfort zone. A trip, a business idea, professional role, a new relationship, public appearance, a creative project, something that makes you think, can I really do this? Yes. But don't confuse courage with recklessness. Prepare. Research. Plan. Then move. You don't need to eliminate fear. You need to stop letting fear make every decision. Scorpio, imagine standing at the edge of a dark forest. You cannot see the entire path. You can only see the first few steps. Your instinct may tell you to wait until the entire road becomes visible. But the road may only appear as you walk. That is how August works. The next step reveals the step after it. The conversation reveals the opportunity. The opportunity reveals the new direction. And the new direction reveals a version of your future that you could not have imagined from where you were standing before. As the month continues, you may also become more comfortable with letting go. Not because you care less, because you understand better. You may release an old expectation, an old relationship, a financial fear, professional identity, a need for revenge, a desire to prove someone wrong. And perhaps the most powerful release will be the need to make someone regret losing you. Scorpio, your greatest revenge is not making someone jealous. It is becoming so fulfilled that their opinion no longer matters. That is real transformation. By the final part of August, you may feel more emotionally grounded. Your life may not be perfect, but your priorities will be clearer. You will know who deserves your trust. You will know which opportunities are worth pursuing. You will know what financial decisions require caution. And you will know which relationships are built on something real. You may also recognize that the biggest transformation happened inside you. You became less reactive, more strategic, more selective, more honest, more powerful, and quieter about it. You no longer need to announce your strength. You simply know it exists. Scorpio, August 2026 is ultimately a month of transformation from the inside out. It is about turning hidden potential into visible progress, turning old pain into wisdom, turning uncertainty into strategy, turning emotional intensity into personal power, and turning endings into beginnings. So when unexpected things happen, don't immediately assume they are bad. Look deeper. When someone reveals something, listen carefully. When an opportunity appears, investigate it. When your intuition speaks, pay attention. When the past returns, ask whether it belongs in your future. When a door closes, don't waste all your energy trying to force it open. There may be another door waiting nearby. And when August asks you to choose between staying comfortable and becoming stronger, Remember that growth often begins exactly where comfort ends. You don't have to reveal every plan. You don't have to explain every decision. You don't have to fight every battle. You simply need to know what matters. Protect your peace. Protect your money. Protect your heart. But don't build such strong walls that the right people cannot reach you. Because this month may bring someone or something worth trusting. And when that happens, you will need to recognize the difference between danger and vulnerability. Scorpio, your greatest strength has always been your ability to transform. You can walk through difficult seasons and emerge different. You can lose something and rebuild. You can be disappointed and still love again. You can fail and return stronger. That is why August 2026 carries such powerful energy for you. You are not simply closing an old chapter. You are becoming the person who can handle the next one. And by the end of the month, you may look back at the beginning and realize something remarkable. The thing you were afraid would destroy your stability may have been the very thing that pushed you toward a better future. The person you thought you could not live without may have taught you how to choose yourself. The opportunity you almost ignored may have opened the right door. And the decision you were afraid to make may have finally given you peace. So walk into August with your eyes open. Trust your intuition. Verify the facts. Protect your finances. Speak honestly in love. Be selective with your trust. Do not chase what continually confuses you. And never allow fear to convince you that your future must look like your past. Because Scorpio, sometimes the most powerful transformation begins quietly. No announcement. No warning. No dramatic moment. Just a decision inside your heart that says, I will not return to the person I had to become just to survive that chapter. And once you make that decision, everything changes. August 2026 may begin by revealing what has been hidden, but it can end by revealing the power you have been carrying inside you all along.